Why, hello and welcome back to another episode of Voice of the Rings. I'm your host and guide, Zollin Ironshield. And today, we're back in Mirkwood, right where we left off from the last episode, my friends. And let's have some fun. So, we finished part of this guy's commands of quests to do for the Ford. Now we're doing the second group of quests.
Might you spare a moment?
We already read this one right at the end of last episode. But let's go ahead. Actually, we didn't finish it, I don't think. So, we must ensure... It's not his voice. What's his voice?
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Might you spare a moment of your time? We must ensure that the commanders in Dol Guldur cannot get reinforcements into the Merkeaves during our assault upon the fortress. Any large number of troops would have to come through the Gastonon, the gate upon the road that leads to the east. The orcs still control it now, but I am certain that we will soon capture it as well. For the moment, I need you to see that the gate is made useless to them. Try to jam the mechanism by which it is raised and lowered on the side. It will not slow them down for long, but by then our assault will be complete and Merkeaves will be ours. Cool, alright.
Will you lend me your ear?
Will you lend me your ear? Well, I mean, I can do that. Yes, okay, alright. We are nearly ready for a decisive assault upon Omin and Gendid? That's not how you say it. Omin and Genjid. That is not quite right either. And Genid and Genin. By my men have warned me that a set of siege engines lie in wait, looking upon the steep paths that we must scale to the fortress. To muster an assault under the reign of such dark engines would result in needless death and might even cause our assault to falter. If you can destroy those engines before we begin assault, the orcs will have no choice but to face us in battle, where our valor shall prove unmatched. So you want me to do subterfuge and sneak in there like a dwarven assassin and break all the engines? I can do that. All the engines of war.
Stay a moment.
Stay a moment. A problem has arisen for the Maladrim, my friend. Our forces are being harried by groups of warg riders who are ranging throughout the Merkeaves. Normally, Merkeaves is where we are, by the way. Normally, we rely upon speed and our superior skill in battle to ensure victory, even when outnumbered. But the Warg Riders' great speed allows them to harry and assault my soldiers at will. By the way, we learned about this harry word a couple days ago in our live stream, remember? Harry, it means to assault or raid over and over, okay? A place or a group of people. Alright, so there is a terminology if you look it up where it's like harry, like you're harrying a family member because you're bugging him constantly, but it's pretty much more of a war term, like raiders, okay? Moving on. We need you to help thin out their numbers and keep them at bay, at least until we have secured the Merkeaves from the enemy. When you have done this, return to me for further instruction. Alright, we can do that. Aye, we can do that, laddie. Alright, let's see. I need to go down to the far south, it looks like, down there, and then we have to go to the gate. Let's run to the gate first, shall we? That sounds good. I'm having a blast making these videos today. I had a very short window to make some LOTRO Tale videos today. Of course, this won't matter if you're watching this in a year, because you'll be enjoying it either way, I hope. But I'm off to one of our last Awana meetings for the night in my church, so I have to be quick. And my family member needed help because I'm supposed to pick up her phone that got repaired early. So I'm like, I'm on a time, but we're gonna have a blast in this 20-minute episode either way. All right, there's the gate. Wow, look at that thing. That's so cool. All right, Gostanon. Again, I might be butchering that name, but an orc war leader defends it. I'll get stabbed with magical swords, man. I just realized we didn't switch our instrument from last episode. Unacceptable. We're gonna use the clarinet, the power of the clarinet. Why can't I get a saxophone? I mean, there's a horn, right? All right, we jammed the gate mechanism. I mean, there's a basic horn, but it has more like a French horn sound. It doesn't really sound... I mean, again, French horn and a sax, alto sax that I play actually have a very similar sound. I usually play the French horn part if there's not an alto saxophone part, and I have to transpose. But that's not important. It's fun though. The saxophone is fun. Last episode I was talking about music too, wasn't I? Yes, I do like my music. All right, here we go. Got some performances coming up. Again, I'm not going to say dates or times because it'll date this episode. And this episode is for any time of the year, wherever you are in the world, you can enjoy this episode at any time. That's the goal of a LOTRO tale. Oh wait, there's something else I needed over there. Oh, but I do need this goblin rider. Perfect. Haha. Good, I need to kill those. Oh, anyway, alto sax can actually, if you get good enough at it, you can imitate a lot of instruments pretty well. Sometimes I'll play with the trumpets, and I'll try to make myself sound even more jazzy and more trumpety. Sometimes I play with the French horns, and I gotta make myself sound way less jazzy and more a whole tone, right? Right? And then sometimes I play with the clarinets, and then I really get to do the whole like work with my reed there on the saxophone. If you guys don't know the difference between, a lot of people don't realize this, but the saxophone is actually a woodwind instrument. It's not a brass instrument, even though you'd say, well, it's got brass. It looks brassy. Well, the part where they put their mouth on, right, where we put our mouth on, there's actually a piece of wood there, right? So normally a trumpet, they do all of it with there's a metal piece, and they do it with all their lips, right? And it's all amateur. Not amateur, excuse me. Amateur. It means your mouth. Yeah. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. I like it, but the saxophone has the ability to really imitate sounds when you get good at it. You imitate the quality, I should say. It's not exact, ever, but it sounds beautiful with all three because you can kind of manipulate your sound to make it harmonize and echo really well with the other instrument. The saxophone is an amazing instrument. And last thing, one of the reasons why it's not in a lot of orchestras today, it is more now. If you look at a lot of military bands, they usually have a couple different kinds of saxophones. But the guy who invented the saxophone was, let's say, a bit of a hot-headed dwarf. And he basically got a lot of the musicians. I listened to it. This was a big composer who was talking about this. He got a lot of people really mad in the main circles of music, in Western music at least, in France, back in the, I forget, whenever the sax was, you can look it up, when it was made. And we're destroying the siege equipment. What happened was they got so annoyed they didn't want to do the saxophone, and they had a contest where people voted about did they like the French horn sound better or the saxophone, and most people voted for the saxophone, and that made people even more mad that already were playing the French horn. By the way, I love the French horn. Not just the French horn, I love it. I play with it all the time. All my friends play it. It's an amazing instrument. But the bottom line was, because the guy was so full of himself too, a lot of the main people at the time that were in charge of music made sure the saxophone didn't get into the music as much, so therefore it stalled it by like 150 years of really being incorporated into a lot of pieces, you know, composers, you know, Mozart, all that stuff, because they weren't really being used, right? Though there are some pieces written from certain famous composers for stuff too. So anyway, little side note. There's a lot of people when they think saxophone, they just think jazz, which is a huge part. It's really in jazz a lot. But it can be a very good orchestra instrument too. That's why it's such an amazing instrument. It's super versatile, like really versatile. I love it. It's a great instrument. I love enjoying it. Anyway, there's your music lesson as we kill things, right? A little music theory. Hopefully I made it fun and it wasn't boring. Again, I have a playlist on the channel where I did actual music theory, but I'm not sure I'll do more about that. Maybe I'll just do one that talks about some fun history or something. I don't know. If you guys are interested in that, leave a comment, but don't worry, we'll just keep doing LOTRO tale right now. Alright, so we killed that one. Get these guys out of our way. Out of our way, orc scum! Clarinet's an awesome instrument too, though. And by the way, the clarinet and the saxophone, alto saxophone, have a very similar reed style of how you blow and play. There's some slight differences though, but Kind of like how a trumpet or a trombone or French horn have a similar mouthpiece, too. Whee! Yeah, I definitely like one of my favorite jazz, like smooth jazz people is Kenny G. You guys know who Kenny G is. I actually got to see him in person, like 2 feet away. I got front row seats because my friend's neighbor had tickets to an event here where I live. And he's like, he just gave the tickets. They were like $250 tickets each, which is crazy because they were the front row seats. And me and my friend got to go. We both play saxophone. That was nice. He invited me. I hadn't seen him in a long time. We had a blast. Name's Andrew. We had really fun. I really appreciated that invite. But then it was really cool because we actually got to see him play, and you know, he was like playing right there, walked up, you know, like doing it. He likes to play the soprano sax. I play the alto. Soprano's like one of the highest, and there's some special ones too, but it's pretty much soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, and there's a bass sax, which is very unusual because bass saxes are huge. Like, they can literally be like 12 feet tall, which is like an absurdly big instrument, so very few of them. It's not something you can just hold. Alright, so I need to defeat 2 more raiders. Apparently there are raiders in this building, so we're gonna grab those right now. Baruch Khazad! Raiders, where are you? We're here for your death. Aha! There he is. Alright, got him. Baruch Khazad! So again, you guys, we are defeating all. We're basically helping the Maladrim, not the Galadrim, mind you, the Maladrim. It's basically the force from the Galadrim. We are helping them charge into Mirkwood, because remember, we're trying to assault Dol Guldur. All right, let's see here. So there's a high chance the last one's just out here somewhere. We just need to get 1 raider and we're done. So let's just ride around and look for a raid. Aha! There's our little raider. All right, there we go. Problem solved. Look at us, problem solvers. Me want to find goblin. Me kill goblin with roar. Me succeed. That makes me think of, like, did you guys see that cartoon series, The Croods? It's pretty funny. Pretty hilarious. Alright, so we're back.
Megovanen.
Megavanen. Though the Gostanen has been jammed, that will slow the orcs down for long. That will not slow the orcs down for long, but it does not have to. Within hours, the enemy's fortifications up there will have fallen, and I will welcome an assault they care to waste against us.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? You need say nothing, Zollin. I witnessed the smoke rising from the burning engines of the orcs with my own eyes. We shall begin the assault shortly, before night falls. The Merkeaves shall be in our hands, and we shall continue our march upon Dol Guldur.
What do you need?
While you were doubtless more of these beasts and their goblin masters in Dol Guldur, you have done well to thin their packs for the present. With our soldiers free to maneuver in small bands again, the orcs will be pinned down upon the unable to leave their camps for fear of assault.
Will you lend me your ear?
Will you lend me your ear? Many preparations have been made already, in no small part due to your efforts upon our behalf, Zollin Ironshield. Fewgram is prepared to strike against the fortress that overlooks the Merkeaves, and with this thrust, this is not Dol Guldur, it's a different fortress right up there. That's a different fortress, by the way. We shall chain the banks of the Anduin as our own and drive the orcs forth. Will you aid us in this endeavor? If so, speak with me again when you are ready to depart. Again, a lot of people don't remember this stuff all happened. Is ready. Well, yeah, let's do it. I think we do it in 5 minutes.
The Golden Host is preparing to bring the first act of their invasion on Mirkwood to a close. with an all-out assault upon the hill overlooking the landing.
Now is the time for us to strike. The Auric commanders atop the fortress within our target. Should he fall, so falls the fortress to our claim. If you are prepared in body and mind, then I shall begin the assault. Forward, Meladrum! Let the attack begin! I mean, this is like 5 people. I guess they're fighting in other places too, obviously. I mean, we are like really, really powerful. I highly doubt any. I mean, look at the Fellowship, man. Look at how many goblins and orcs the Fellowship killed, right? Freaking like army. And really, the only ones that were really good fighters, the hobbits weren't really good fighters, so really it was just the 6 of them, right? Look at how they just wiped armies of orcs like it was nothing. Just like my roar ability. My magical light. Completed head count. What is that? A new deed. Defeat enemies in the Murkives. Nice. That's a troll. It's a hardened troll. Aha! Yeah! Kill it! Kill the troll! Bring down the troll! That's how Gandalf says it. All right. Baruch Hazard, Kuzar Menu. Clear out the courtyard. He said something. Meladrum, let none escape our wrath. Agreed. Baruch Hazard. Help Ungorn Agorid. They've done it. Another troll has entered the fray. Beware. What troll? I don't see a troll. More of them come from behind. See to your backs. Where? I don't see any. She lies to us. She makes up jokes. Maybe we just killed him too fast, so like the lines are coming later, you know? Thorgosh, Commander. Ooh, he's pretty cool looking. Look at that guy. He's like, where did all these elves and this little runt dwarf come from? Heal me, elf lady. Thank you. Oh, that was nice. She gave me a heal. He's strong. The enemy grow. Oh, the enemy grow desperate and thrown into the fray. Hold fast. I thought it was him because the words were over him. That was quite a voice change. The enemy command have fallen. Rout any who remain. I think we did it. Victory, my brethren! The fortress is fallen, and the road to Dol Guldur is ours. Ooh, look at that view this fortress had of Mirkwood. Ooh. Ooh, and look, there's all the Murkives down there. Look at us. Someone get me a box. Dang it. Someone get me a box. Can't see over the stupid railing. All right, well, that's okay. Your valiant strength has brought us this day, Zollin. With the fall of this cur, the orc are broken, and no strength of theirs can stay our advance until we strive Othward, the gates of Dol Guldur itself. Athwart, that's the word he's looking for. This fort is ours, and now the orcs have been sent reeling back to cowering at their heels of their master in Dol Guldur. Now we must make haste to claim the road that lies between the Murkives and the Necromancer's dark abode. I plan to make the base amongst the ancient ruins of Eamon Loom, Zollin Ironshield. May fate bring us together again there, for the days ahead shall be consumed with tumult and pain ere we reach our final goal. Cool. All right, and with that, we'll pick up with this girl in the next episode of Voice of the Rings. This nice elf lady here. You guys have a wonderful, great day in Middle-earth. Thank you to my patrons for their support. Thanks, Skumley, for being a royal guard. Shout out. Thanks so much, my Patreons. Subscribe button's there, guys. If I earned it, it's free. Supports the channel. It's awesome. Next video will be up there for LOTRO Tale, and over there will be another playlist. Check them all out. You guys have a wonderful and fantastic day in Middle Earth, my friends. I know I am. And I'm off to be making more videos later on. Have a great day in Middle Earth, my friends. See ya. Baruch Chesed, Kuzad I menu.